Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we're going super retro and super cool cowabunga back to the early 90s, and, which is when, I remember Ninja Turtles. But this is my very meager, very cool, very retro Ninja Turtles collection. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, yes, of course, we all know the songs, but my favorite Ninja Turtles media was the first movie. And, I know NECA has done some really nice figures from the new movies, and or the old movies, 1, 2, and 3, Secret of the Ooze, and the time travel one, and all the cool stuff they did, and had some deep cuts with some of the characters that they did, but the movie stars line, which has been out for a while. That's really my favorite, because I'll be perfectly honest, the Ninja Turtles media that was near and dear to me was that first movie. I mean, yeah, I remember the cartoon, but when that movie came out, I was already kind of older, but it was one of those movies that it wasn't super kiddie. I mean, it had the kind of silly humor in it, but it was more adult. It wasn't for little kids, and that's how the late 80s, early 90s was. It was just like raw, gritty, fighting stuff, with turtles. And I really wish that this movie star line would have went further and did an April and Casey Jones, because you could see the Casey Jones and April that I have are the ones that look crazy from the original toy line back in the day. And Splendor, I'm not 100% which Splinter that is I have, because I've looked through a bunch of them, and I don't know. I think it's the cartoon one. Now the Foot Soldier is from the movie line, and this is my favorite Foot, because it's a dude. He's not a robot. He's a ninja. He's like, you could see him. Oops, excuse me. I mean, take a look at this dude. I mean, he could be like a real ninja. I mean, I guess, other than maybe the Spider-Man eyes are a bit much, but I mean, you could see him palling around with Storm Shadow, or Snake Eyes, right? Probably more like Snake Eyes, actually. It's kind of cool, but I love the whole Foot Clan. That Shredder was recruiting kids to do crime and whatnot, and it was more realistic than, Krang came from another universe and teamed up with Shredder. I was like, okay, yeah. And yes, it's all ridiculous. We get it. It's a mutant rat, but Splinter was cool, man. He was like the Yoda of the bunch. And let's see, this one I got again. I'm not sure. I know this isn't the movie star one, but in fact, mine kind of sucks, because he has actually 2 right hands that I didn't know until after I bought him. I was like, gosh darn it. Oh well, I'll just tuck that away. But he did come with his cool little staff there, whatever, with the knife inside of it. So still a cool figure. My collection's always going to probably be a mismatch, because they're not going to make everything that I want, and that's fine. But it would have been cool to have a figure that looked like the actress who played April, because I mean, this one's okay. It's a good fill-in, gets the job done. But to me, this I always thought this girl kind of looked like if you took Lady J and like painted her green jumpsuit yellow. So which not bad, of course. It's funny, she has turtles on her. I could see her going to work at the news station, and they're like, Ms. O'Neill, why does your jumpsuit say turtles on the back of it? He's like, oh, it does? I don't know. Got that from Goodwill, I'll tell you. But it would have been cool to have a action figure that looked like the actress that played her. Forgive me, I don't remember her name, but she was pretty cool. Because all the turtles... Now, the original ones from... excuse me. back in the day, they had a less bright, they had a different quality about them that was more rubbery and more muted. You know, the ones that are hanging on the pegs right now at Walmart, they're more bright and colorful, which is fine. Um, but I think the original ones were more like the movie costumes, which I like. I like that movie. I just want more representation from that. Um, and and really, what you're gonna really want, probably number one on the list, is a decent Casey Jones, because what in the world is this? Is this a dreadnought? What are we doing here? He's got his little uh, hockey stick there, but I mean, you can't take his mask off. He just wears a hockey mask, and it's just, he's got his, I don't know. He looks crazy. He's got like light green tennis shoes on, and you know, everybody in the '80s did, you know, woke up in the morning and did just mad crunches to get, you know, a six pack so they could show off their six pack. But I should be talking. I should be doing that. But you know, Casey Jones would be a cool figure to get in the movie. You know, a realistic, maybe not too realistic, but you know, more online with the movie. You know, kind of like they did with the Foot Soldier. I think that would have been cool. And I don't have a Shredder, which, you know, Ninja Turtles was not my favorite thing, but you know, it still has a place in my heart. You know, from when I was a teenager, it was probably like the last kind of toy thing that I wanted, you know, because I just thought they were cool. They were like four brothers who were ninjas, and you know, like I said, that movie was way better for me, way better than the cartoon. Cartoon was, it was okay too, but you know, it was kind of silly. It was almost comparing like the GI Joe cartoons silliness to like the less silly comic book that was more serious, and like people got killed in it, and it was realistic and gritty, and you know, that's how the Ninja Turtles movie was for me. And you know, they haven't captured that again. You know, they've made modern Ninja Turtle movies, and they're okay, but they don't capture that that just magic that the first Ninja Turtles movie did. It was so good. Um, but I don't know. We'll probably never see it, and that's fine. You know, the line lives on. I mean, I bought these. You know, I didn't get these off eBay. You know, these came right off the pegs. I mean, they're still making Ninja Turtles, so it's still alive and well, whether I like it or not. So that's cool. But I would love to get a movie accurate Shredder that scales well. Casey Jones, a better April, and maybe the fuzzy Splinter. I'm okay with the Splinter for some reason. I think he looks okay. But it would be cool to get a movie Splinter, and maybe some of the other characters. You know, like what was Shredder's right hand man? I can't remember his name, but maybe that dude, and you know, a couple of the kids. You know, the little ninja trainees, and you know, April's friend, the little kid that stole money out of her purse and whatnot. But anyway, you get the point. But these are my Ninja Turtles. These are the movie star ones. The foot one I forgot to mention is a vintage foot guy. Foot guy, doesn't sound right. Splinter, I don't know. And, you know, April and Casey are from the cartoon. But there they are. Hopefully I'll find something to fill those gaps, so to speak, at some point. But until I do, thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it entertaining or enjoyable. And on behalf of me and my dear nephew Brad, we are going to go throw one back. We appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe, and check us out tomorrow for a new video. And until then, we'll see ya.